Cam was pointing to the two children playing catch. One of them had thrown the ball too far. The boy in green jacket was picking it up. "Did you see that?" Cam asked. "See what?" "He picked up their baseball. Now I bet he'll switch baseballs. He'll throw back the one he has in his pocket." The boy in the green jacket turned around. As he turned, he took the baseball out of his pocket and threw it over his head to the two children. Then he started to walk away. "Come on, Eric, let's follow him." "Why? What's the difference if he did switch baseballs?" "Those children couldn't have the Babe Ruth ball. They were outside when it was stolen." The boy in the green jacket walked quickly away from the playground. He didn't even look at as he crossed the street. Horns honked. Two cars stopped short to avoid hitting him. But the boy didn't even turn around. Cam ran through the playground and out the exit. Eric followed her. They waited at the corner, then crossed the street. When they were sure no cars were coming, the boy was almost a full block ahead of them. "Let's be careful," Cam told Eric. "I don't want that boy to know we're following him." Cam and Eric stayed about half a block behind the boy. They walked past a row of stores. At the corner, the boy turned around. He looked straight at Cam and Eric. "Quick," Cam said, "let's go into one of these stores." It was Sunday. The only place open was a small food store. Cam opened the door and Eric quickly followed her inside. "Can I help you?" a man behind the counter asked. "No, we don't need anything," Cam told him. "Of course you do. Now try to remember what your mother sent you to get. Was it milk? We have regular milk, 99% fat-free milk, skim milk, and buttermilk." "We don't need milk," Eric said. "Maybe you came for bread or canned vegetables. We have peas, spinach, corn, carrots, and lima beans." Cam opened the door and looked outside. Then she told Eric, "Let's go before we lose him." "Maybe you need juice," the man called as Cam and Eric were leaving. "We have orange juice, apple juice, tomato juice, grapefruit juice, and lemon juice." When Cam and Eric stepped outside the store, they looked for the boy. He was gone. They ran to the corner. They looked ahead and down both sides of the streets. "There he is," Eric said. The boy was walking down one of the side streets. Cam and Eric were careful not to get too close. There were a few stores along the first half of the block. The rest of the block were lined with apartment buildings. They saw the boy walk into one of the buildings. Cam and Eric ran into the building. They peeked into the lobby. The boy was standing there, waiting for the elevator. He got into the elevator and the doors closed behind him. Cam and Eric ran into the building. They watched the numbers over the elevator. Number 5 stayed lit for a long time. "He got off the 5th floor," Cam told Eric. "Now we know where he lives. I'll stay here and watch to make sure he doesn't leave. You go get the police." No. You still haven't told me why we followed him. What would I tell the police?" Cam sat on one of the chairs in the lobby. Eric sat next to her. "While we were sitting in the playground, I looked at the pictures I have stuck in my head. The boy didn't have a ball in his pocket when we first saw him at the exhibit, but he did have one when we saw him later. But it wasn't the Babe Ruth baseball." "I know it wasn't. At first that confused me." Then I saw a ball get away from those two children playing catch. When the boy picked it up, I knew what had happened. What? The boy took the Babe Ruth ball from the exhibit. He saw us spitting to the guard, so he ran. But then he had a better idea. The ball the two children were playing with must have landed near him. That was the first time he switched the baseballs. The two children didn't know it, but they were playing catch with a very valuable ball. Eric stood up and said, then while we were watching, he switched the baseballs again. Now he has the big roof ball. Eric walked towards the door. As he was leaving the building, he said, you wait here, I will go get the police. And tell my parents where I am, Cam said. Cam waited until he was sure that Eric was done. Then she walked over and pushed the button. When it came, she got and pressed for the fifth floor.